Welcome students. Today we are going to learn another topic under financial planning, that is income tax. So what is this income tax? What are the different terms used here and how you calculate the income tax? Any individual, for the income that he earns, a certain amount of tax has to be paid to the government, and that you call it as income tax. And the person who is paying, who is liable to pay the income tax, is called as an assessee. And other two terms you have got here is financial planning and assessment year. The year for which the person is earning the income, you call it as the financial year. The following year of earning the income, you call it as the assessment year. Now for example, he is earning the income in the year 2017-2018. During this period, if he is earning the income, then he is liable to pay the income tax in the coming year, that is 2018-19, and this you call it as a financial year, and this you call it as the assessment year. So these are the terms that you come across under the income tax. Now under the income tax, any person who has to pay the income tax is need to have is a PAN card number, that is permanent account number. So any person who is liable to pay the income tax should have his PAN card number. So which the income so when he has to pay the income tax, he has to produce his PAN card number when he is paying the income tax. Now on the income that the person is earning, the person is earning certain income. On that income, there are certain deductions done for the savings that the person does, maybe in the form of life insurance, maybe in the form of mutual fund, maybe in the form of health insurance, provident fund. So for all these different types of savings, or what he is voluntarily giving as to the Prime Minister's Relief Fund, all these are getting exemption from paying of the income tax. So the amount the person, after deduction of all the various contributions he has made, after deducting it, the amount that he pays, the amount that is remaining, you call it as the taxable income. So on the taxable income, various percentages are based on the age of the person, based on the income the person is getting. There are certain divisions done, so if you just go to page 102, they are given three different tables, and on the next page one more table. So they are classified under the age group, that is up till the age of 60, what is the income tax and how much of percentage of income tax has to be paid is given. Then in the next table, from 60 to 80 years, how much of income tax has to be paid. And in the next table, they are given super senior citizen, where above the age of 80 years, what is the income tax he has to pay. So again, depending on the taxable income, income, again it is classified from 2,50,001 to 5 lakhs, what is the percentage? Then 5 lakhs 1 to 10 lakhs, what is the percentage? So based on this table, you have to do the calculation. First you have to see the age of the person and decide under which table he comes. Then you have to see what is his income, and based on the income you have to calculate what is his income tax. So we'll see how to calculate the income tax. We'll go to practice set 6.2. So in the first table, they've just given the first question. They've given a table where the age of the person and the taxable income is given. So you have to refer the table and see whether the person has to pay the income tax or not. Only yes or no you have to write in the first table. The first one, Miss Nikita, age is 27 years. So for this you have to refer the first table where individuals up to the age of 60 is given. Nikita's age is 27 years, so you have to search under the first table. Our taxable income is 2,34,000. So here when you look at the table, up till 2,50,000 it is nil, income tax is nil. So her income falls under 2,34,000, which is less than 2,50,000. So she need not pay the income tax. Then second one, Kulkarni, again falls under the same category, but his income is 3,27,000. Is his income, taxable income. So taxable income when you look at this taxable income, it is lying between 2,50,001 and 5 lakhs. Between that category he is lying, so he has to pay the income tax. So like this you have to just say yes or no whether the person he has to pay or no. Only that much you have to, yes or no you have to tell whether the person has to pay or no. Now we'll go to the second problem. In second problem they are given Mr. Kartar Singh, age is 48 years, he is working in a private company. The monthly income is given and what are the different contributions and deductions he does is given, and you have to find out what is his income tax. So we'll see how to calculate the income tax when a person's age and his income is given. Now here they are given his monthly income. Monthly income after deduction of allowances is 42,000. So when you're calculating the income tax, you're calculating it yearly. So you need to find out what is his yearly income. So the first step you have to write is yearly income is equal to 12 into 42,000, which is equal to 5 lakhs 4,000 rupees is a yearly income. Now after you find the yearly income, there are certain deductions to be done. His monthly income after deduction of allowances is rupees 48,000, and every month he contributes rupees 3,000 to GPF. He has bought NSC worth 15,000 and he has donated 12,000 rupees to Prime Minister's Relief Fund. So all that will come under the deductions. So deductions will be, he contributes every month, he contributes to rupees 3,000 to GPF. So you have to find out his yearly contribution. This is monthly contribution, so find out what is his yearly contribution. So the first one is 12 into 3,000, which is equal to 36,000. Then he has also bought NSC. NSC is 15,000. Then he has donated 12,000 rupees to the Prime Minister's Relief Fund. All this will come under the deduction. So you don't have to write individually. So totally you write what is his deductions. So you get so total it up 0, 0, 0, 11, 12, 13, 3, 4, 5. So you get 63,000 is his deductions. So that is for the various contributions he does is 63,000. Now next what you have to find out is what is his taxable income. So taxable income will be so this is his yearly income. From the yearly income you have to subtract what is his deductions. Then from that will be his taxable income. So that will be 5,04,000 minus 63,000. So after subtracting it, so that you get it as a taxable income, which is equal to so you'll get 4,41,000 is his taxable income. Now we'll go to the table and see where this amount will come under. So this amount comes under 4,41,000 will come under the third column, that is 5 lakh to 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, under that column you will get is the amount. So for that, what they have told here is you have to deduct, that is, so it comes under the it comes under the second column, that is 2,50,001 to 5 lakhs. It comes under that column. So what you have to do is, they have given 5% on taxable income minus 2,50,000. So the income tax he has to pay will be is equal to 5% of 4,41,000 minus 2,50,000. So this will be 5 upon 100 into, so when you subtract 4,41,000 minus 2,50,000, you will get 0, 1, 9, 1. So you get 1,91,000. So this, when you simplify it, you get it as so this is the income tax he has to pay. The next column what they have given is the education cess. So the education cess is for all the problem, for all the table, under all the columns you have got 2% of the income tax. So education cess is equal to 2 upon 100 into 9,550. Twos are 10, 5 ones are 5, 5 nines are 45, 5 ones are 5, this 2 and 2 gets cancelled, so you get it as 191. So that is the education cess. And further they are told that higher education cess, the next column they have given, high secondary and higher education cess is 1% of the income tax. So higher and secondary education cess 1% of the income tax. What is the income tax? 9,550. So this will be 95.5. So you got it as 95.5. Now next, to calculate the total income tax the person has to pay, you have to add 9,550 plus 199 plus 95.5. So therefore income tax to be paid is equal to 9,550 plus 191 plus 95.5. So you have to add up everything and then write what is the total amount that he has to pay. So that comes to around 9,036 rupees 50 paise. So this is 9,036 rupees 50 paise is the total income tax that he has to pay. So this is how you calculate the income tax. So first what you have to do is find out what is his yearly income by multiplying it. Then what are the deductions? All the deductions total up. Then the taxable income will be from the income, yearly income, subtract the deductions, you will get this amount. Then income tax from the table is given as 5% of the taxable income minus 2,50,000, which is given as 9,550. Then education cess is 2% of this one. Then higher and secondary education cess is 1% of this. Then add up everything, the income tax, education cess and the higher and secondary education cess, 95.5, all the total up, and that will give you the total income tax he has to pay.